Hi, my name is Dr. Charles Livingston, and this is a picture of me and my most favorite person in the entire world, my son CJ. Today, I'd like to share with you a somewhat unusual weight loss tip, a tip that the mega-rich supplement industry has been keeping from you for years, mainly because it's making them filthy rich, all the while keeping you from permanently staying at your desired weight. Even if you're 10, 20, or even 100 pounds overweight and can't seem to keep the weight off, no matter what you try, the information you're about to hear could change your life. But I have to warn you, this video may not be up for long, as the big players in the supplement industry may force it to be taken down very soon. So, if you're interested in finally hearing the no-holds-barred truth about weight loss, you'll want to watch this video from beginning to end while it's still here. The tip I'm about to share with you has nothing to do with any of the latest and greatest fad diets that are being touted all over the internet these days. Things like Garcinia cambogia, green coffee beans, raspberry ketones, or any of the other scammy weight loss gimmicks that you may have been tricked into trying. I'm going to show you how you can actually alter your body to want to lose weight, rather than fighting against it, only to lose a couple of pounds and then gain it right back. And contrary to what those so-called popular weight loss companies like to tell us, you can absolutely get to your goal weight while still enjoying plenty of quote-unquote unhealthy foods like cookies, cake, ice cream, and pizza. Anyone telling you otherwise is not addressing the underlying problem, which I'll explain in just a minute. But first, let me introduce you to a friend that I'm extremely proud of, a friend that struggled with her weight for as long as I can remember. Her name is Elena. In the late 90s, Elena was your typical high school kid, slightly overweight, but no one would have ever labeled her as obese. I mean, sure, she would occasionally hear a fat joke here and there, but kids are kids, and she'd just brush it off as best as she could. Elena had always been fairly active. She enjoyed sports and the outdoors. She also ate whatever she felt like eating. If she was hungry, she ate. If she wanted a snack, she didn't think twice. And being 17, she could get away with it, with little to no visible consequences. After high school, Elena went on to college where she followed the same habits she formed during her high school years, eating what she wanted, when she wanted, and exercising here and there as she had the opportunity. Slowly, though, Elena began snacking more frequently. Some chips here, some ice cream there. Not because she loved food anymore, but rather because she actually felt hungrier between meals. So naturally, she looked to food to satisfy those cravings. As her food consumption increased, consequently her energy levels decreased. Elena's body was gradually and quietly being reprogrammed to require more food to sustain normal energy levels, without her being aware. I'll explain the reason in just a minute. This trend continued for roughly a year when in 2002, what little exercise Elena was doing completely stopped, and she found herself spending most days in bed, unhappy, unhealthy, and completely depressed. She recalls stepping on a scale her roommate had purchased, and she saw the needle slide past the 200-pound mark, stopping at 202 pounds. Her stomach dropped. She couldn't believe what she saw. Here's a picture of Elena at that time. This was a far cry from her 157-pound high school weight, which was the last digit she remembered. Overweight, unhealthy, and depressed, Elena had now hit rock bottom. She knew things had to change, and changed dramatically. Despite her lack of energy and motivation, she pulled together every last bit of effort she had and got back in the gym. She also started eating healthier. In a few weeks, she stepped back on the scale only to lose 3 pounds, now weighing 199 pounds. The next week went by, and she weighed in at 198, a 1-pound weight loss. Gradually, her weight loss slowed and then completely stopped, as did her motivation. Despite exercising and eating healthy, she was still very overweight, very unhealthy, and very unhappy. Unfortunately, many Americans find themselves in a similar situation, trying hard but never seeing the head-turning results touted all over television and inside magazines. Well, let me be the first to tell you that it's actually not your fault. Really, it's not. Following the information I'm about to share with you, Elena broke through her weight loss plateau and her depression, and she completely transformed her life. She went from ashamed and embarrassed about her body at 202 pounds all the way down to an almost unbelievable 120 pounds. Healthy, happy, and full of life and energy. At age 30, she now weighs less than she did in high school. As you can see from her picture, you'd never have known she ever struggled with her weight. Now, look, I know what you're thinking. This looks like something torn out of one of those supermarket tabloids, and it can't actually be real. Well, let me assure you that Elena is real, and her results are very real. And you're going to have access to the same information right now. The tip I'm about to share with you is the single most important fat-burning method I share with my clients here in Carmel, Indiana. Clients who've gotten and continue to get the kind of results we dream about but rarely ever see. But before I talk about this unusual weight loss tip, let me briefly tell you about myself. I'm a board-certified chiropractic physician, a certified wellness practitioner, a certified advanced nutritionist, a speaker, a best-selling author, and I've been fortunate enough to have helped over 100,000 people lose weight and get healthy, without drugs and medication, I might add. My hope is that our patients can see that I practice what I preach. Here's a picture taken of me for a book that I was able to co-author with Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup for the Soul fame. It's extremely important for me to provide fat-burning information that I personally use in my own life. I've seen firsthand the dramatic effects that proper fat-burning methods can have. And in doing so, I've discovered that everything boils down to this one unusual weight loss tip which I'm about to share with you. The tip has to do with two things: this plane and this fat mouse. Yes, I know it sounds strange, but stick with me, because it explains the reason Elena had, as well as the overwhelming majority of all overweight men and women on the planet have, such a hard time losing weight and keeping it off. Knowing what I'm about to tell you helps explain why the popular, well-known diets simply don't work long-term, and why the information I'm about to share with you can. All right, let's start with the mouse. In 1994, researchers came upon what they called the obese mouse. This was a mouse that wouldn't stop eating. There isn't much to say about it, other than the poor little mouse became a very big mouse very quickly, because it never felt full. Scientists thought this might uncover the reason we humans struggle with weight gain as well. They ran numerous tests on the mouse to see what chemical in its body was making it behave in such a destructive way. The chemical they discovered was a natural hormone in its body called leptin. Leptin was almost non-existent in the mouse. Then they synthesized the hormone and gave it to the mouse, at which time its brain was able to receive the "I'm full" signal, and it immediately stopped eating. It then regained its energy and lost all of its excess weight. What scientists learned was that leptin, the "I'm full" hormone, is what tells the brain that you and I are full, that our bodies are satisfied, and that we can stop eating. Now, I'm sure you probably know the feeling. You're just dying to have that big slice of pizza. 3 slices in, and the pizza isn't tasting quite as good as it did after the first bite, right? Well, this is leptin sending signals to your brain, telling your body that you're not as hungry and you can stop eating. The problem is, and I'll explain it in just a minute, being satisfied after 3 slices can easily turn into 4 slices, which can turn into 5 slices, 2 breadsticks, and a soda, and then feeling hungry, yet again, an hour or 2 later. Okay, now let's move on to the plane. Imagine your body like a plane. On a plane's dashboard, there are gauges that let you know what's happening with the plane, and a series of buttons and switches that must be engaged properly for the plane to fly well and fly safely. These settings all interact with one another. We humans also have gauges that control how we fly. For example, how we look and how we feel. Depending on what we do, we could be flipping one internal switch down, which might cause another to flip up. Every day, we're essentially playing with these gauges based on what we're eating and doing, without really knowing what's happening inside our body. And after these switches are flipped up and down too many times, your body can become what's called leptin resistant, which completely stops the "I'm full" hormone, leptin, from signaling your brain, telling you that you're no longer hungry, that you're satisfied, and that you have plenty of energy. The main reason Elena and the majority of overweight people can't lose any significant amount of weight is not because they're not trying. The majority are. It's because their bodies have literally been programmed to not lose weight. Some sure signs that you suffer from leptin resistance are if you often have food cravings between meals, and especially after 8 p.m., if you have a roll of fat around your upper abdomen, if you suffer from general sluggishness and lack of motivation, or if you have trouble sticking to diets. The hormones in your body are extremely powerful. No matter how much willpower you have, you can't simply tell your brain that you're not hungry and that you have plenty of energy. If the hunger hormone, leptin, isn't telling your body that it's satisfied, you will feel hungry, and you will feel tired no matter if you just ate 10 minutes ago. And if no or even low leptin signals are sent to your brain, telling your body is full and satisfied, it can be nearly impossible to lose any significant amount of weight, as you can imagine. That's just the reality of how our bodies were designed. The majority of weight loss and diet programs out there never address the root cause of weight gain. They simply place a temporary Band-Aid on the problem, which is fine by them because you've already given them what they wanted, your money. However, getting any long-term or head-turning weight loss results without fixing the underlying problem of leptin resistance will likely never happen, as you may have noticed. But here's the good news. There is something you can do right now to get your leptin levels back in balance. Having leptin working for you and not against you, preparing your body so that it can lose weight around the clock, even while you sleep. No kidding. And you'll be pleasantly surprised that you can still do this while still enjoying foods like pasta, cookies, pizza, and ice cream. And you can do it all without starving yourself, without counting calories, and without doing hours of boring cardio. Through years of research, we've developed a proprietary blend of all-natural ingredients designed to help overcome leptin resistance. And as a result, become far more responsive to weight loss programs, which is obviously what we want. We call our proprietary blend LeptiBalance, and I'm confident that it can help anyone increase their fat-burning potential when used as we outline. The first ingredient in our blend is something called Cissus quadrangularis, which is a member of the grape family and is native to India. This plant has been safely used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries, and most recently has been found to be effective in reducing body weight, managing central obesity, and managing metabolic syndrome. And a number of reports suggest that levels of the hormone leptin may be directly affected, as may be the degree of leptin sensitivity of specific leptin receptors in the brain. The next ingredient we included in LeptiBalance is Ervinga gabonensis, also known as the African mango. In 2009, a 10-week double-blind study was published in Lipids of Health and Disease. In this study, they took 102 overweight subjects and gave them either 150 milligram capsules of a form of African mango or a placebo containing nothing, taken twice daily before meals. At the end of the 10 weeks, the African mango group lost an average of 28 pounds, 6.7 inches from their waistline, and reduced body fat by a whopping 18.4%. Not to mention they also reduced total cholesterol by 26% and LDL cholesterol by 27%. The next ingredient we included is yerba mate, which has been used traditionally as a tonic to boost energy levels and control fatigue. More recently, research has indicated that yerba mate contains significant levels of antioxidant activity and protects against DNA damage. In addition, yerba mate has been shown to be thermogenic, increasing heat by burning more calories, and to improve blood sugar levels and to act as an anti-obesity agent. Next is turmeric, a spice that has been used for millennia in Asian foods and as a medicine in the Ayurvedic tradition. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory herb and has been shown to have immune-boosting functions and anti-cancer effects. In studies examining weight loss in animal models, turmeric use resulted in decreases in blood leptin levels associated with a decrease in total body fat. And lastly, piperine, which is derived from black and white pepper and is often used to increase the absorption of supplements such as turmeric. It's the perfect partner to our fourth ingredient, turmeric. Now, because of the ingredients included in our blend, it's far more expensive to manufacture than other supplements on the market. My colleagues tell me that I should be charging at least $89 for a 30-day supply, which is an absolute bargain because it works so well. But that's not what I've decided to do. Even though it means a lower margin for us, I've seen firsthand the dramatic effects that balanced leptin levels can have on long-term cases, so I don't want price to come between you and the happiness you deserve. You can try a full 30-day supply for only $67, or save $22 now by ordering a 3-month supply. These ingredients are expensive, and most of our clients are repeat customers. Or save $75 now by ordering a 6-month supply. This is for those who are truly committed to achieving and staying at their desired weight. Either way, your results and satisfaction are guaranteed. Your health and happiness are my #1 priority. On top of giving you the discounted price, I'm going to protect you with my full 60-day you will lose weight money-back guarantee. I've seen enough success stories to know you should have positive results. And as a special bonus, I also want to give you a free copy of my new weight loss book called The Leptin Override. In the Leptin Override, I basically put your hand on the thermostat of your leptin levels, and you'll know how to dial them up and dial them down as you wish. Want to completely stop late-night food cravings? Done. Want to wake up in the morning refreshed and motivated to tackle your day? Done. Want almost never-ending levels of energy to spend time with your kids? Done. and you want to finally get to and stay at your goal weight. Done. While the Leptin Override book isn't required, it's there if you want even better results. You'll have everything you need to essentially reprogram your body to actually want to lose weight. No more Band-Aid solutions, no more wasted effort, and no more failing. And the nice thing is, when you get leptin in balance, the areas of fat that are normally targeted first will be the ones you gained most recently, which generally means stubborn areas are eliminated the fastest. In this presentation, I've explained to you the many reasons those other programs don't work. I've given you access to LeptiBalance, our proprietary blend of all-natural ingredients designed for the sole purpose of overcoming leptin resistance, allowing you to lose the weight you want to lose, without starving yourself, without counting calories, and without doing hours of boring cardio. And I've given you a free digital copy of my new book, The Leptin Override. Now, I can't make this decision for you, but it basically comes down to one thing. Are you willing to give up a single dinner for two, or a couple of pizzas, for a lifetime of health and happiness? When it's said like that, it almost sounds silly. And I think you would probably agree. But just to make this even more of a no-brainer, I'm going to back you up with a quadruple decker guarantee to ensure that you're just as blown away with LeptiBalance as the rest of my clients. So, here it goes. Guarantee number 1. If you're unhappy with LeptiBalance for any reason, we'll give you your money back. Guarantee number 2. If you don't believe LeptiBalance is the most effective supplement you've ever seen, we'll give you your money back. Guarantee number 3. If you haven't lost all the weight you wished you'd lose in the first 60 days, we'll give you all of your money back. Guarantee number 4. If you just need the money back because something came up, we'll give it all back. We don't ask questions. Just ship back the empty or unopened bottles, and we'll give your money back with a smile and honestly, no hard feelings. I'm with you every step of the way. And even though that type of guarantee opens up the door to plenty of dishonest people to take advantage of us, so be it. I'm 100% confident that the LeptiBalance system can help you get the results you want. I've seen it help too many people to believe any different for you. Do yourself a favor and close your eyes for a minute. Imagine yourself 1 month from now, thinner and healthier than you've felt in a very long time. Clothes that used to fit snugly now hang loosely on your body. You have no more hunger pangs. You wake up in the morning completely refreshed and ready to tackle each day. Next, imagine yourself 2 months from now, even thinner. You make a trip to the mall to pick up a couple of cute new outfits because your old ones no longer fit. Coworkers start asking you all sorts of questions about what you're doing. Then, imagine yourself in 3 months. You're now ready to show off your new bikini body. This time, you visit the mall to go dress shopping, and your thoughts have changed from, will this dress make me look fat, to, is this dress too provocative? You find the dress, and it fits absolutely perfectly. This can happen. This can be your reality. You now have everything you need to get the body and the health you want. But in the end, it's up to you and no one else. All that's left is to click one of the Add to Cart buttons below and erase all of the failed weight loss attempts from the past. I truly hope that this is the day that you take a minute and give yourself what you want, what you deserve. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Click one of the Add to Cart buttons below to order LeptiBalance today. Here's to a healthy, happier you.